I don't know. I don't see. This is the problem of it. Is I don't know if it's like a Fed or something, or if they're trying to act like they're Feds, or they're trying to like you never know if like who the actual implantee is or the implanter is, because then they could point fingers at somebody else or make it seem like it's somebody else and then throw me off the scent, you know. So I don't, you know, I don't know how this is gonna sound. I don't know what's gonna come in my head, but I'm just gonna push forward. If I get halted, I'm being halted. So I don't know how to make this thing where it's like, I guess, like this propaganda and this sort of to be able to get the left and the right to agree on like a single payer system, you know, where we don't have to worry, you know, you just don't have to worry, you know. If you need to go to the doctor, you can fucking go to the doctor. If you need to go to surgery, you can go to fucking surgery, you know? And not everybody's low income. Not everybody's low income. So, you know, it's not like we're all fucking, you know, it's not gonna bankrupt the country or something. Plus, we spend a lot of money on this. It's all wrapped up in, it's all fucking fucked up. It's all messed up. There's like this plan, this plan, this plan. Everything is all, like, if you actually look at it, all the different types of plans, all these things, man. It's like complicated as shit. And so it's like, I feel like it could be better. So why not, you know? And people that end up, I did talk about this, I think, that are wealthier, they will double dip. Well, not double dip, but they will have to double pay. If they want a different thing, it's a tap, you know? It's like, it's just a tap. But how, you know, they have the power, right? So am I just spinning my wheel? So, single pair. I feel like we should make that happen. And then there's this promise of fusion. It's like literal promise of fusion where it's like a power source that where we can, like, it can infinitely power us in a sense. That's amazing. So like, get people fired up about fusion and like to know that that's on the horizon. I feel like it's amazing. I feel like people would they would be like, I'll put in a few more dollars to support fusion. You know, like it's like an investment. You know, it's like an investment that pays off, that like actually pays off. And then there's the UN, and then there's globalization. I think this is true, that we have you know, I feel like the UN can kick ass. I feel like we can make it kick ass. I feel like we can have this sort of like special ops and like help these fucking hostages out and like all this shit and like go in and conquer, you know, like, but we have to be smart about it, you know, can't just fucking be dropping bombs on people. But I feel like this is possible. And then slowly getting to this future where you limit terrorism and terrorism is prevented and horrible accidents and tragedies are prevented, you know. I feel like that is a good goal. Like, I don't know how that would not be a good goal. Like, what else is there to do on Earth? And then to talk about these things, to talk about, well, where's our jobs actually going to come from? Is there a job for everybody? You know, who, like the poster says, who, you know, where are our who makes these franchises? You know, who incentivizes the building of a fucking hospital? Who incentivizes the building of housing? You know, this sort of conceited effort of like there's got to be something more. Like there's some aim, you know. Like how horrible is that we live on this thing where it's like we work and then we die, and then our children work and die, and then we just work and die and still have the shitty system. And sometimes things get better through technology, but it's not a promise that they'll get better. But the more the incentive is that it will get abused and used. That's the incentive. And then this fucking bail thing. The fucking, if you have enough money, you want to go home? Here's some money. Hey, go home. Be back here on this date with this record date. Okay. Like, why can't we work towards that? Where it's like, hey, you know, like, here's your charge. Have somebody pick you up. Go home. And here's your court date. You know, like, what is this? We throw them away. We throw them in there. And if you don't have enough money, the service, credit, housing credit, working credit, like new bills, our fucking social security cards, you know, they get torn so easy. A dollar bill gets torn so easy. Why can't we do these exciting fucking things, man? Why don't we stop these people with the fraud, with the sending these checks to people, you know, scamming the fuck out of people with the mail, and like sending these letters that look like they're from the IRS, but they're just from some, it's like where is our, we don't regulate anything. Like, it's like we have our feet up, you know, and I'm sure there's more things. There's many more things, you know. That's all I got. Let me look at my list here. I think that'd be a great start. And I don't know how to do it, but I don't know how to advertise to the right and to the left and get those fuckers to, you know, I just don't know how to advertise to them. You know, what do I say some this or that and be like, this person sucks, and then they go, that person doesn't suck, and then they, you know, like, how do you get them to stop watching CNN? How do you get them to stop watching fucking Fox News? How do you get them to like, there's got to be something where we go to the moon, you know, and we like, things just feel so fucking boring as hell, and it's not that it's just boring as hell, it's like boring as hell, and it's going down into dystopia, you know. So I think we should try to pull it up and get this thing flying, you know. Now, some things we can't do right away, but like fucking Bernie, man, he's been trying for years and years and years and years and years. It's like at some point, it's like, all right, let's try Bernie's way and see if that, you know, it's like, what are we so fucking, like, why are we so, it's like our country is like the best and branded the best, and then we're supposed to be, but everything's so tacky and cheap, and we're horrible with money. We can't track nothing. Sometimes we're very tacky. We care more about these like, but then is everybody's system like this? If you look at somebody else's country's Congress, are they the same way? Or is it just us? If you look at somebody's prison system, is it the same way, or is it just us? If you look at somebody's insurance and healthcare system, is it, you know, what's their way, or is it just us? Like everything is like, there's got to be some, like something happened, man. It's like, and I've said this, it's like something happened where we were doing real good in the 80s and 90s, and then we got too cocky, and then we just fucked up. Like, that's when we should have done this shit. That's when we should have implemented this fucking thing. Is this time, but we didn't. So how do you, I know we got the money. I know we have the fucking money. I know we have the money to do this. The single pair. I know we do. And, you know, if you tax them, I know this can happen. My mind's going crazy, so I'm gonna get out of here. I can't tell if it's me or not.